Okay, I was watching this something on YouTube, and this guy right here, what is his channel? He's a comedian. Name is Walter Masterson. Walter Masterson. He started doing these videos um, in a comedic way. I'll let you hear it before I give my comment.
Yes, I was deported for cannabis in 2011. I was deported for a lifetime deportation, but I was able to come back after 11 years of exile, thanks to my attorneys. Yes, I am a U.S. Navy veteran, and
No,
I
you're
was
not.
deported for cannabis in 2008, and I was able, thankfully, to make it home after 11 years of exile.
Wait, you were deported. How does that work? But you're able to serve in the military, but you were also like undocumented. What's happening?
Well, I'm a green card veteran. The military will allow immigrants to serve. A large part of our military is supported by immigrants, so it's a known fact that immigrants do serve with a green card.
Okay, so now what this guy just said and what this guy is making a joke out of is actually not true. What happens is our government, when we serve when we protect countries like his, Mexico, and all over the rest of the world, we ask these people, he is a Mexican, he is not an American. But what we ask the Mexicans and the Colombians to do, or maybe he's Colombian, what we ask them to do is get up, help us help your country. So you are not an American citizen, sir. We asked you, instead of laying around and letting the guerrillas and the gang members and the whomever in your country defeat you and your family, to join our army on your behalf, because we're fighting on your behalf. So you hear how he spins it is because the attorney and this guy here who's making a joke out of it. And in exchange, so what happened is he came over here and in this country when he was finished. And while he was waiting to see if he could become a citizen of this country, he got high and he got deported. So that he lost his opportunity, and there's a waiting period that you have to wait because you committed a crime while you were waiting to become a citizen of the United States. So stop saying that you are a vet. You're not a vet of the United States Army, sir.
Okay, so you were kicked down to Mexico and you had to go live in Mexico for 11 years.
Because that's your home.
There's actually a lot. So just mention that there's a lot of other people like you in Mexico.
Yes, I'm not the only deported veteran out there. We have hundreds of deported veterans in exile in Mexico, in Jamaica, in Africa, in Canada. They're all waiting to come home. We may have been born in other countries, but we were made.
See, did you hear what he said? And so you're not in exile. You're in your home country. And this little fuck face right here, you aren't doing anybody any service. What he's trying to do is get people angry at people like him that are saying we're exile, we're out of our country, we're veterans, and we're being kicked out of our home. He knows exactly. Look at him. He knows exactly what he's doing. Well, I can't blame him because you have a lot of nerves saying that you're being exiled from your home country. No, you're not being exiled from your home country. You nor anybody else.
Made in the USA. We are U.S. veterans, we are U.S. military, and we deserve to be home with our families.
Yeah, so we're working really hard to try to get a bill to repatriate these veterans that have been deported for nonviolent offenses, like cannabis or things that are nonviolence. And a lot of times they didn't even know that they were not citizens, because back in the 90s there was a law put in that you could you could enlist if you had a green card, if you were a legal resident, and that they would qualify you to be a citizen. Well, they didn't ever do the work that they said they were going to do to make them citizens. And a lot of them didn't realize that after serving 4 or 5 years or more, that they were still not citizens. And then to go be honorably discharged. These are honorably discharged
No, they're
veterans
not. They weren't even
that
citizens.
have, some minor infraction.
Now, again, it's people like her that Donald Trump is in office, because everybody in the Army, whether you are a citizen or not, you have the armed services has an attorney, a league of attorneys that give you legal advice. So when you're in the Army and you're from another country, they provide that same service to you.
They're immediately deported.
As they should be. How can you get deported if you're a United States citizen? Deported where? To your country?
Right or fair. You served your country and you're getting sent back to a country that you don't even know. You never lived there. Sometimes you don't speak.
Okay, they were born and raised in these countries and they're being deported home because they broke the law in the United States while we were helping them in their country. And they joined the United States Army with the understanding that at the end of that service, if they didn't break the law, then they could put in while their application was pending to become a citizen. That is what they were supposed to be doing, lady. And if you don't know the law, that's exactly why Donald Trump is back in office, to get rid of people that have come over here and taken advantage of our good graces to help people like that.
The language, and then these veterans are ripe for being
They're not
harassed
veterans.
and taken into by cartels because they have military experience, they have combat experience. They're really ripe to be taken into this dark world that they because they're lonely. They have families. They don't have anything.
Oh my God.
They don't have a way to make a living most of the time. The only benefits that they can get as veterans is burial benefits. They can come back to be buried.
So you're a vet in the Navy. When'd you get out?
2000.
Talk us through what happened that you ended up being deported.
I was busted for cannabis. I had cannabis on me, and I ended up getting 37 months federal. I did my time, but I never got to make it home to my family. They exiled me to Mexico, a country
because that's where you're
did not
from.
know.
So even though you were active duty military, there was not some clear-cut, smooth process to become a citizen.
Oh, no, definitely. Because when you're active duty, bro, they're sending you here, there, everywhere. Even though your paperwork might be in, it'll never catch you. It'll never catch up to you. You'll be active duty.
You're traveling the world.
Yeah, you're traveling the world. And then
He's not an American citizen. He came from Mexico.
Get in trouble maybe afterwards. And this is what happens.
So you do your 4 years. You never got the citizenship paperwork done because you were busy being a sailor. And so when you came out,
he never got his citizen paperwork because he's from Mexico. And when our country goes to Mexico, we ask people in Mexico, would you like to help your country and help us help your country by joining the armed services? That does not make you an American citizen. And then he decided to get high.
Came out, now you're just right back into the system, but now as a citizen. And it's even more convoluted.
Yeah, the transition from active duty to civilian, sometimes it's rough, man. And it was for me just the same. I got in trouble after about 10 years of coming back, and I did my time, man. I did my time, and I expected to go home to my family just like any other veteran. It's no secret. Some of our veterans get in trouble with the law when we come back from our tour. It happens.
Okay, so American veterans that get in trouble with the law don't get kicked out to Mexico. You are from Mexico and you tried to game the system. And that is why you got kicked out of the country to Mexico. Now you're back again. If you break the law again, you will get kicked out to Mexico permanently. So stop saying you are a United States veteran. All right, I got to go. Have a good day. That's the difference, because people are going to use this story to say that they're veterans and they're not. We take care of our veterans first. Have a good night. Why I can't turn this damn thing off?